the Pac-12. The ERA just over 1. A lot of innings under her. Cart behind the plate with Brett Higgins over at first and John back. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for the day for off Elena Vaughter a couple of days ago. The Beavers waits on the left. Diving is Kaylin Koch. She does it again. Add another web gem to the list. Off her glove, she handles it still. Overhands to first, and that's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Up next. Stanford Cardinal getting ready to pick up the bats after keeping a clean. Emily's had themselves a day. 2 for 2 for Emily Young with an RBI. 1 for 2 for Schultz in the middle of the year so far. She's got 64 1/3 innings under her belt. She leads less than 48 hours ago on Friday night in Game 1. Off the end, she'll overhand it to first. Big first out for the Bee. Nice job by Steptoe to set the tone as River Mailer. 3-4 hole. Mailer finds the gap, able to find herself. Sometimes you still have to compete even if your timing's a little bit off. Under it with enough time is Howie. She'll make the catch. And that's 2 down for the Beavers. Before that home run yesterday, Kaylin Koch also had an RBI double. Misses low and away. So Kaylin Koch wins the battle to find herself on first. One of the most versatile hitters in this Stanford lineup. Off the end of the ball. Trying to charge it is Messmer, but no play. Outing a couple of days ago against Steptoe, went 2 for 2. Can she get it through the 5-6 hole? Messmer diving. Bases are still loaded for the Cardinal here with 2 outs for a different Emily. Schultz now in the dirt. Coming to score is Eck. She'll dive head first. Her hands in there, safe the mound to cover home plate, but the speed of Ellie Eck brings... So far, 30 pitches thrown. She's set the payoff. That one's off the plate outside. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Steptoe finds herself ahead. And they do it again. Vaughter draws the walk and the RBI. That with Steptoe. She has been key, and that is going to be fair down that third base line. It's done. Stanford up 3-0. And now these women out there on the field are having that influence, having promotions like that every day throughout the series. That's right back up to the first base hit of the game for Oregon State. Ball. Updating the in-stadium scoreboard. It got off of Reagan Krause. The diving Mailer, and it's going to be another one for Braswell. Back-to-back. Just a 1-1 count here, so the bunt's still not off the table. Payoff. Got her to swing. Kaneshiro didn't hang on to the ball, but first base was occupied, so not an... Howie was 0 for 2 yesterday. I'm more familiar with how to hit it. And a strikeout for Elena Vaughter. Third one. Young trying to handle it over to first, but not in time. Beavers. RBI single for Gottlieb. Backhanded by Steele. Another one comes across for Oregon State. Or just trailing by 1. With a little more traffic on the base paths than we've seen her to play in. That Mailer trying to get the runner between second and third. Steele running up behind her will make the run comes across. It's a tie ball game here in Palo Alto. Relay by Oregon State, starting with Howie in center field. Gunned down 2-1. Gindelsberger right back where it came from, a base hit. And stolen bases so far this season. Less than 2 strikes. Swinging away. Large lead for Gindelsberger, but she finds her way back to second. Over at third base, Higa steps on the bag, over to first, and it's a double play. Hitting 250 so far this season and in her collegiate career. National head coach like Laura Berg. And the strikeout as well. Throw down to first base to seal the deal. Messmer lined out to left field in her first out here in the third. Is that ranging over in foul territory to make the diving catch is Kira Chan. Because hitters, you're really wanting to attack. Grounded over to the left side. Young fires to first. Out number 2. And Chan takes her spot in foul territory. So the Beavs have been in the lead in this series. And instead, she'll draw the walk. Some nice patience. Braswell also got a base hit and scored back in the second. So it's clearly a theme here between these to the right side. Mailer has it over to Schultz at first, and that's it. How she felt Tarni Steptoe's international experience helps her in her career. Nice line drive, but right into the glove. Young had an RBI single back in the first inning. Payoff pitch. Misses up. Young draws the walk out her career. And that's going around first is Schultz, heading to second. Young, she will stand up on home. So still just the 1 out. And got the RBI because it was with bases loaded. Got her swinging. This time, Steptoe. So she jumps ahead of Sydney Steele, who's 0 for 1. Her own name for herself. Oh, over to first, and that does it. The Cardinal bring one across. They now 4. Oregon State 3. 65 pitches on the day. Her last at bat. And then off speed gets her. So Vaughter gives up the freebie with the hit. Kraus 6-2 on the second against Vaughter. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Kraus comes back with the punch out. It's one. An RBI single and scored her last time up. Field tried to cut it off, but so Gottlieb gonna find herself on first base once again. Books as a hit. So it's a 6-1. One back in the second. Go to third. Steele goes over to first. To 3, get that force out. We've seen the 2-1. So Berg is going to hold her at third, and it's bases loaded for the Beaver. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here with bases loaded. Big swing, big strikeout. Reagan Kraus wins the bat. The 0-1 count to Messmer. And at the warning track, she makes the catch at the wall. Kira Chan, another beautiful catch, and then Chan can do it all.
Never been told. Audis rule.
I think Taylor Gindelsberger would have. She grounds out over to first. Doer takes it herself on first base. That's 1 away. Opportunity to play for her now during her time at Stanford. Did Coach Ouster in the Pac-12 last year, and then they go to a World Series. As that's lined into the glove of Higa at third base. Good.
I don't know if it was really cardinal. These are like the red on these really pop. Love the horizontal stirrup.
Yes. Side ranging over to make the play. And they did it. Stanford still leads 4-3. Just the batting cages covered on both sides. Even some of swing and a miss.
Great pitch.
Big strikeout by Reagan Kraus. 1 away here in the. Moody has been pretty quiet throughout this series. Young fields it on the hop. High throw. Schultz handles it. That was a Pac-12 battle as well, actually, against Arizona.
It sure was. Yeah.
Left center, cutting it off is Gindelsberger. It's alive here with 2 outs in the 5th. Ultimately ended Alina Vatter's time in the circle. Young fires. There it is, 3 away. Stanford trying to... She's now leading things off for the out there defensively. Takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Get things started. So hit away and be effective. Got a base hit back in the 1st inning before scoring. Grounder, Messmer over to 1st, just in time. In the count to jump ahead. But Young up and out. Young draws her 2nd walk of the ball game. Full count once more. Gets the strikeout. Step for it to have everyone in the same place at the same time, but also have some of that momentum. 289 with the 0-2 count. Right side, she's wheeling. Not able to handle it is Clark. And freshman spent a lot of time over at 3rd base. Into Steptoe's glove, over to 1st just in time. Wow. So far in this ball game. She chopped over to Jones, who stays in defensively at 3rd, and she makes the play at 1st. 1 goal in the 4th. Last year in 2022. She goes deep back for it. It's out of here. Eliana Guard with the solo shot to put the Beavers within 1. Oregon State is not done yet. Investments that you want to see. That's what Coach Allister said, too. You know, this is a program in Oregon State. Back in the 4th inning. To the left side. Emily Young has it. Over to Schultz. 2 away. Both of which were against Alina Vatter. Ball game, and here we are again in a 1-run game. Schultz, it's going to fall into right field. Base hit for Abby Dorr. Made by Stanford, both Kaylin Koch and Kira Chan. So she is. Grace Messmer finally finds that hole as a hitter. And Higa on deck. River Mailer plugs that 3-4 hole to get the out at 1st base. And Stanford shuts it down. They still lead 5-4. To battle it out with each other first. Into left field. At the corner, hits 3rd base. Allister will keep her there. Up for Stanford. Home. That's run number 6 and an RBI for the freshman. Kaneshiro 0 for 3 looking for her. Off the plate. Throwing it down to 2nd was Rivera, but it's actually... Right side, Dorr would take it herself at 1st, but the runners move up. Bunts down throughout the season to get singles as well as move runners over. But with the... Fouled off her front leg. She the head of Howie. 1 run comes across. The 2nd run comes across. Steptoe now near the 150 pitch mark. The 0-2. Messmer charging. Gets it to 1st and it's in time. Lim will advance to 3rd base. With the runner just 60 feet away. Goes there again, but this time it hits her. Schultz wearing that. It's a lot of pitches. Right, but coming in to make the catch is Gottlieb. That's 8-4 Cardinal. Couple of hits, couple of strikeouts. to left. Moving over to make the catch is Chan. Young over to first, and that's going to do it. The Pac-12 series sweep of the season against the Oregon Cardinal. 8 runs off of 9 hits, no errors. The Cardinal are now 5-1. And our final score once again, 8-4. Stanford takes the sweep for our entire